Well, Uncle Charlie just left. We got this thing out. The plan was to fix it. What a disaster. Couldn't get it through the door. Had to chip some of the plastic off. See that white plastic? It's part of the frame, but there's an outer, piece that would cover it up. Anyway, it's fixable. And I said, man, I just spent the money on the little refrigerator and everything. I'm going to put the freezer in there, so I'm going to probably just put this thing up for sale. We were going to fix it. It's fixable. Uh-oh, where'd that come from? That's, what is that? Some kind of sensor or something? Lovely. Anyway, I'm just going to sell it. See, here's the problem. It's leaking, and the freezer gets below zero. And the cooling fins on the refrigerator don't cool to temperature. It's only running about 50, in the 50s, let's say it that way. So somebody that deals with these things, it's a leaking problem with this. He came over, he was an electrician, he tested the board. The board is good. Everything is good. If the freezer's going below zero, and it's got coolant and everything, nothing is leaking. So it's an actual air type leaking thing. You can see when all the tape starts doing this and it's all wet and it's losing the cooling. So you get the no cool, no cold code, NOCO. Then you can reset the board, the little jumper wire, and it'll come right back on, and all this stuff gets blazing hot. So everything works, but boy, as soon as that thing starts to no cold, it cuts everything off. So I'm like, screw it. If I hadn't spent the money on the new little fridge, I would have fixed it, but I fooled around with it too long, and got a big mess here to clean up now. He just left. He's a good guy, I'm telling you, man. If it wasn't for him, I don't know. It helped me out a lot. So, get that mess cleaned up. You see where I put the little fridge? It took me all day to get that all cut out. So I'm going to put the freezer right next to it. And then I'll have all that in there and make cabinet space. But it's just a mess. Mud daubers, and I hate being around that damn insulation crap, fiberglass I should say. So I'm going to put a mask on, clean all that mess up. Alright, so kind of picking up where I left off here. The last video. Everything is still mocked up, nothing's written in stone, nothing is new. I just wanted to see if it would pop, pop. Not run. I didn't hook any water up or anything, just pop. I knew what's in there, and I didn't, nothing was messed with. I didn't clean those freaking points. It didn't do anything. Just wanted to see if it would pop. And anything with this high compression, 18 to 80, I don't care how old you are, it's going to be a little tough to pull. Anyway, the point of using the drill, the original point, was I wanted to do another spark test. And I'm like, yeah, I've already done the spark test. Let's spin it around. And I already took a beating with that drill before, so I knew I was going to take another beating again. But I just wanted to hear it pop. I could feel when a motor is just about to start. And I said, it's ready to start. It's easier to pull the more the fuel and oil mix gets in there. And nothing. Even with the drill, nothing. I squirted a little bit of gas in there in the cylinder, but I didn't have much in that tube. The day I tested it, I said, let me look for my spark tester. Couldn't find it. It was in the bin with that little chainsaw I'm supposed to be working on. It's been on the back burner. So anyway, later on, came back out, found the spark tester, hooked it up. Same thing, plug, I could get tiniest spark at the plug. Put the spark tester on, nothing. It wouldn't jump a quarter inch, it wouldn't jump an eighth of an inch. I had to put it this close on the spark tester to get that little tiny bit of spark. And that's why it wouldn't pop. That wasn't enough spark. Any fuel that was getting in there is just drowning that little thing. Let me show you real quick. I noticed too when I did it, it's using these J4J plugs. And the difference with these, it says J-4J, so I don't know, stupid stuff like that is going to be a problem. But I did notice one plug was a little different than the other with the spark. Now see, I just did that plug, no spark. Damn, I can't see anymore. Let's see. See that little spark? Alright. I hope you saw it. I'll do it one more time. Now, the spark tester, where is he? Here we go. I don't know if you could see that. It was real tiny. Unless I was imagining things. Let's try this again. Open it up just a little bit. Get a good grip. Nothing. Close it back up. Yeah, it's still a little far away. Make sure I got a good bite on it. If there's a spark there, I can barely see it because this thing is jumping around so much. Do the plug again. Actually, let's do this other top cylinder. See what happens. Yeah, I don't like the way this thing's hanging on. I need to get this something straightened out here with this kind of crap. I'm not seeing a thing. Let's come in a little closer. That's real close. It's so close I don't think you could see anything. Alright, one more freaking time over here. Man, I am not seeing a thing. Now, I did see it that day, and once I opened this thing up, thinking well, let me do a little 1/4 inch gap and see. This thing should jump a 1/2 inch. You know. Come on, man, help me out here. Hit me. There is nothing going on. Let me double check the ground side. It hasn't moved. Try a different ground. I had such a nice set of these clamps that I used to use. This was one of them, but I had an even nicer set. Man, that thing has just disappeared. There's nothing going on there. Do the plug one more time. Let's try this other Champion plug, the QL77JC4. This was the original plug that I used when I did the first spark test. And she make the spark. I see nothing. Let's try this bottom one again. It's just unbelievable. And like I said earlier, these points in here were horrible. There you go. So I got spark on 2, and not 1. And that may have been the reason why one of those J4Js was kind of crappy looking. Nothing. That's all it's got. It's a little tiny gap. Not crazy about this setup, but I've used the same stuff and seen it jump. So that's why it didn't pop. Condensers look like crap. I know the points look like crap. And I said, it's just a mock-up. Let's just see what happens. And nothing happened. So pull this damn flywheel off again. Get in there. I did find a new set of points that came in all the stuff Charlie sent me. I was a little surprised there was only one set. That's all I could find. And he pretty much assured me these coils were good, because that's why he had them in a plastic bag separated from everything with those condensers. So I'll do the condensers and the points and rummage around through my crap and see if I can find something decent and some points. So this is my old box of stuff from way back when. This used to be my go-to box. All these little things. See, I used to be pretty organized. Here's some perks right here. Yeah, one side looks good. So you got to mix and match. Now, I do. Some of these are a little different, but I don't think it matters too much. As long as they open when they're supposed to open. I do have brand new set that went to that, going on that 74, 75, 40 horse. Brand new, but I think they're too big. More in here than I thought. Oh, there's a good one right there, baby. Holy macaroni. Yeah, it is, but it's not as beefy as this. But boy, that damn point on there looks good compared to this one. Too bad I can't get that off and do a little swapping that way. And maybe this will work. I don't know. We'll try a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So yeah, I got more crap in here than I thought. There's another one. Here's the gear. Yeah, there's still some goodies in here. So that's what's on the menu. Alright, let me get what else I need to get done.
Oh yeah, baby.